Hey guys, welcome back to episode 10 of Let's Play Ghost Trick. On this episode, we finally get tired of stalking Lynne and we turn ourselves into the cops. Remember that phone number we got last time? It's time to go check it out. As it turns out, Lynne was calling the police officer. Let's see what she was up to. Across town we go, and here we are. Guy's building a house of cards on the right. Check out, he's got a glass of grape juice. Looked hard at work. What was that call all about? I heard you say Lynne. I don't really know. If I had to take a guess, though, I'd probably say something's going on with her. Ha ha ha. The only place in the world where nothing is going on is inside your brain, Bailey. Oh, snap. Ice burn. Check out that pose. Clearly someone's learning from Cabanella. What is that supposed to mean? I mean, I know what the words mean. Oh, God. Every conversation in this game is so circular. The game would be about half as long if people just said what they meant. I just hope Lynne's not doing anything crazy. I'm a fan of hers, you know? According to my log, Lynne has been calling here nearly every night as of late. So let's see. This is the place Lynne took all that risk to call, huh? But what exactly is this place? Let's find out. And there's nowhere we can go from here, but maybe something will show up if we sit and wait. In fact, that's exactly what's going to happen. So we can check this note. There's a monitor we can examine. And we can let this loose. So let's do that. Yes, that's a note. Oh, I wrote down my duties for the night so I wouldn't forget any of them. You can't keep them in your head. It's not like you have a ton of duties after all. Use a little brain power. There's that pose again. What are you talking about? Weren't you the one who just said nothing was going on inside my brain? Huh. Didn't think you'd take it quite in that direction. Let's see what he has to say. So let's see this important to-do list. 9 o'clock. Take prisoner C38 to the telephone room. Yes, he just made a request to use the phone a little while ago. 9 o'clock, huh? That's when Lynne usually calls. Everybody here, seriously, is stalking Lynne. They know exactly what she's doing at all times, and most of them are in love with her. This is absurd. Well, we can't let her talk to him tonight. Rules are rules. Aw, poor Lynne. Sure wish I could comfort her. Well, that accomplished nothing. Now we're in the trash. What do you think you're doing? That's my important duties memo. That's okay, I've got it all memorized for you. Well, it's your duty to guard the telephone room, you know? He had one duty. How hard could it have been? Just make sure you do your job when the time comes. And what are the odds this continually leads us to our next destination? Let's listen in and find out. Oh boy, it's Lynne. Hello. We were just looking for her. I'm sorry, I don't have much time. Please let me talk to him. I'm sorry, Detective. I can't do that tonight. You can't, but you always let me talk to him before. Well, the telephone room's already reserved. That's why. Oh, sniffle. By the way, is something going on with you tonight? What? Why do you ask? I got a call from one of the other detectives a minute ago, asking about you. Oh, really? Well, I don't think it's anything important. I only escaped police custody. No big deal. Officer Bailey? Do you think you could keep this call between us, even if only for tonight? Well, oh. Uh-oh. Well, I gotta go. I'll call again tomorrow. Trace complete. Oh boy, well, I guess I better call the detective division. Hold on there, Bailey. What? Don't tell me you're going to report that call from Lynne. What else can I do? It's my duty. Just write it down on one of your important to-do lists, and then I can wad it up for you and throw it away. Where's your pose, man? That was an insult. You mean you want me to keep quiet about it? Well, isn't that what she asked you to do? How do you know? Were you listening in? I swear to God, I don't feel quite as bad about being a stalker anymore. Well, yes, but tonight is kind of a special case for us. Can't you make a special exception for my Lynne, too? Sigh. Special case, huh? Alright, you win. New info. Again, we don't care about this. Trick time. But the important thing is we got a new number. So well, we're already in the phone, so let's go check it out. Way back to where we started. Took a round trip this chapter, and oh god, not again. She better just be sleeping. pigeon is shocked. Who got his attention? Oh, why couldn't it have been me instead? I'm no use as a police officer. It should have been me. Looks like she's dead. We better not touch her. What could happen to her now? Who did this? Who shot Lynne? Hey, excuse me, mister. You talking to me? They love that line in this game, I have to say. This room, there aren't any other exits besides this one, are there? Do you see one? Well, I'm standing in it. Then how did... We must have one of those mysterious locked room murder cases on our hands. Oh, how exciting. One of those cases where the murderer vanishes into thin air in a vacuum. Just go find a real detective. Yes, that would be one. That would be a good idea. What a terrible turn of events. So a locked room murder, huh? Things never get dull for our redhead. I know of a certain inspector who might dance around at the thought of a mystery. Scooby-Doo? But no mysteries for me, not when I can rewind time and talk to the victim herself. I guess it's time to go back and see the truth behind this murder with my own eyes. Well, Lynne's last two murders were both by professional hitmen, so I'm sure this is also premeditated and elegant. I guess let's find out. Haha, I died again. Oh man, thank God I had all these extra lives. Thought you'd be a little more grave and at the circus. Oh, I get it. It's a grave joke. Yeah, well, this is the third time after all. It's scary what a girl can get used to, don't you think? You only really remember two, but I guess it's still pretty good. So what happened this time? Who shot you? I don't know. What? I'd like to know myself who could have done it. Nobody ever gives useful answers to any questions in this game, ever. It's ridiculous. What are you asking me for? Oh boy, guess I'll have to go find out for myself. You do that. Hurry along now. I get the distinct impression I'm being used here. How meta. Okay, looks like it's time to go back to 4 minutes before your death, for the third time. Let's discover. Maintenance building basement, 4 minutes before death. Hey, that's where we are. This is obviously right downstairs from the superintendent's office from before. There's that elevator we knew she took. And there's Pigeon Man. How long has it been since I locked this room up in darkness? I once thought the truth could be discovered in darkness. Maybe it was just that the time wasn't ripe. How mysterious. Uh-oh, she can hear him shuffle, maybe. Or she heard the flame going out. Yeah, she really can fit in there. Check that out. She's exactly as thin as the guy thought she was. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And... uh-oh. It's for you, maybe. I was kind of hoping he would slide back up the stairs, but I guess he only goes down. The game isn't that unrealistic. No rush. It's not like we're trying to save someone's life. Oh, I want to know. Oh, it was just that guy. We don't care what he has to say. Haha. Any minute now. Oh boy, now we get to solve the mystery. And there's that ball we were able to enter when we first checked out this room in the previous chapter. And this seems extremely plausible. Move! Or don't. Just get shot. I can see who trained Miss Ella get shot in the face in chapter 2. Yep. A mechanical murder machine. I like the sound of that. And so does the game. When I came into the room, it was pitch dark, so I turned on the light. That must have been what set it off. Can you please stop repeating the words murder machine? But it's so much fun. That old pigeon guy must have made it, but why? What could be the meaning behind this weird room? Anyway, you'll have to find some way to stop that creepy machine. Once Cupid fires his arrow, it's all over. Well, this doesn't seem that hard. Technically, we should be able to manipulate any object in the game, but I guess we'll be very closely restricted to actually turn this into a puzzle. Let's see where we can go from here. Nowhere yet, so I guess we have to wait. We can get in that guy's lantern, so I guess we have to wait for him to approach the door, and then we can get outside again. I don't believe checking these text boxes advances anything, but might as well. Yep, that at least gets him to move. Come on, shuffle faster. It's not like time's passing or anything. And into the phone. I'm gonna sit here for a while. We basically have to wait for the phone to ring now. Unfortunately, that means we have to watch the scene all over again. Or at least this part of it. But we get some input. That doesn't actually make sense at all. What do you mean get together and talk about it sometime? You're talking about it now, and it's really not that interesting. Alright, here we go. Any minute now. Time is passing. Can't you see on the screen? Now we finally get to find out what they were talking about. I thought I was all alone. Alright. We couldn't do anything over here, so maybe we can do something if we apparently go all the way across town just to visit the same building one story up. Sissel must like to take the long route. And we're back. He hung up. Well, it was true. Nothing interesting to say. But more importantly, trick time again. We know the guy gets splashed, so we can draw his attention by closing the spout lid. This will give us a path back into the room. Lynne ran away, the detectives yelled at me, the old pigeon man ignored me. How did he know the pigeon man was on the phone? And then the kettle nearly scared me to death. My life is in complete shambles. Well, at least he didn't die 3 times. A lot of people have it a lot worse, you know? Well, at least his fate was changed a bit. That's good anyway. This is a convenient checkpoint for going back into the room. Basically, it has nothing to do with the puzzle whatsoever, obviously. But as long as he feels better about himself. And here we are. Again. Now we can actually do stuff. This is actually a very... There we go. The murder machine has started. And if the whole thing plays out, that gun on the wall will go off. Before that happens, it's up to me to use my ghost tricks. Correct. There's a very careful timing to this puzzle, is what I was trying to say before. Obviously, we start basically right at the very beginning. I believe we have to get into this, and then here, and then open this up. You can see it forms a little bit of a ramp, and then we have to get back into the tennis ball, and here to this toolbox. There's a hoist here, but it actually doesn't do anything to move it. It might actually pull the toolbox off the shelf, and we need it there right now. And let's see if this is what I need to do. Yes. Happy birthday. Welcome to die, or not. That went well, all things considered. Considering what happened before made no sense whatsoever. Looks like your future just got a whole lot rosier. Your death has been erased again. Thank you. You kept your promise, didn't you, Sissel? My promise? You said I'd see you again if I died. I don't remember making any promises. It's all for my own benefit anyway. It's not like we expected you to die a 3rd time, especially not like that. Fate averted. What could this room be all about? I can't imagine. Those things went off at the end. Those are party poppers, weren't they? Party poppers, I have no recollection of what they are, but that's no surprise. That's kind of weird. You'd think he would know. He looks old enough to have been through a few birthdays at least. The gun going off. It seems familiar somehow. Not really. I'll leave that part of the puzzle to you. I have my own puzzle to figure out. Well, shall we go back now? Back to your new present? And so we've saved Lynne's life now a 3rd time. We're coming up on the 15-minute mark, so we'll find out what changed in the present. We'll go back in the next episode of Let's Play Ghost Trick.